One strategy that I'd like you to do is underline any numbers that you'll see in the problem. So this problem was taken straight from your quiz. Okay, Sue and Carol are going to the movies and drive their car at 10 kilometers per hour. So I'm going to underline that, 10 kilometers per hour. It takes them 0.2 hours to get to the movies. How far is the movie theater from their house? So how far is the movie theater? Let's write down what we know. We know that they drive their car at a velocity of 10 kilometers per hour. It takes them a change of time of 0.2 hours. Any time that you're given is a change of time. How far is the movie theater from your house? That's how far. I'm always going to put position final. What is the final position? And put a question mark. That's always what I'm asking on this one. It's always going to be final position question mark. Now, in this class, we talked about if we are not given the initial position, we are always going to assume that the initial position is 0. We weren't given it here. We are just going to assume that we are starting at 0 kilometers. All right, now that I have my final position here, that's my question mark. I'm going to go to my formula board and I'm going to write whatever one has to do with final position. So here we go. I've got a final position, and it tells me that it's BT plus initial position. Now let's go ahead and write down what we have for those variables and put them in. And I want to say, whenever you have these two things, that means you multiply them. It's almost like saying velocity times time, right? Some people put the dot to show times. Whatever you've got it, that's multiplying them. Some people put in parentheses around it. What we're saying right there is velocity multiplied by time. Okay? So mine, I don't know final velocity, so I'm going to put that there. I know my, final position. I know my velocity is 10. I know my change of time is 0.2. So I'm going to 10 times 0.2. And I know that my initial position is 0. So I'm going to take 10 times 0.2 into my calculator. And when I do that, I come out to my final position is equal to 2 kilometers. That's the answer. How far it was for them to drive to the movie theater. Let's try one more. Joe rides his bike from his house to Ken's house at a velocity of 5 kilometers per hour. That's my velocity. Let's go ahead and write that down. 5 kilometers per hour. It takes him 0.5 hours to get to Ken's house. That's my time. Change of time equals 0.5 hours to get there. How far is Ken's house? How far is my final position? I don't know it, so that's my question mark. And because they didn't tell us what the initial position is, I am always going to assume that the initial position is 0. Okay, where's my question mark? That question mark's right there. That means I'm going to go to the final position formula and write it down. Velocity multiplied by time plus the initial position. Now what we got to do is plug R's in. Final position equals velocity, in this case, is 5 times time, which is 0.5, plus the initial position, which is 0. So I'm going to take 5 times 0.5, and I believe that comes out to 2.5. So my final position is equal to 2.5 kilometers. All right, now you try 2 problems.